Welcome to Dortech Direct Shopping Channel. My name is James. I'm here today to talk to you about home security cameras, and more specifically, these little beasties here. Now, last time that I reviewed some cameras for you, we had a look at these two variants from Arenti and from laxihub. These were called the Dome 1 and the P2, and the resolutions on these were 2K and 1080p. Prices range from £40 for the 2K variant down to £28.86 for the 1080p version. These two cameras offer both pan and tilt. They both have night vision. They're both motion activated, and they send you little triggers or little messages every time that you have movement in front of the camera. They also have two-way audio, which is specifically really useful. So what happens if you're a little bit apprehensive about your camera purchase, or you're not too sure about taking the plunge, or maybe your budget's a little bit tight and you don't want to spend £40 or £28.86? Now, I'd like to introduce you to the Minicam from laxihub and the indoor one from Arenti. So the prices range from as little as £24.92 for this indoor one camera from Arenti, which is 2K, and this Minicam from laxihub, it only costs £23, which is nothing. £23 is absolutely nothing. So the difference between this camera and this camera is a mere £2. So it's only £2 and you get 2K footage with this one. Let's open the boxes up, let's get these cameras set up and see how they work, and hopefully that will form your decision-making process. And if, like I said, your budget's a bit tight or you're a little bit apprehensive about jumping into the home security camera market, then hopefully one of these two solutions will be suitable for you. So we're going to start with the 1080p fixed position Minicam from laxihub, and I'm just going to open this up now. So we'll just take this out of the box. Being very careful not to cut myself in the process. And let's see what we have in the box. So the first component that we have is, I'm guessing this is probably the charger. There we go, the charger for the camera. So it's a simple plug socket, and then you have a USB cable. So I presume you would be able to plug this directly into your computer if you didn't have a power source available. So that's, you know, quite useful. Again, it's a really long cord. I'm guessing that's probably about 2 meters there or thereabouts, maybe 1.5 meters. And again, that simply plugs into there. So we'll get that ready. Let's have a look at what else is in the box. We have some instructions, some setup guides with descriptions of each of the components. So I'll put that to the side for now. I'm hoping this is going to be simple enough that we won't need to refer to those. You get a nice security sticker for your home, just to say your house is protected by Arenti security cameras. And then we have the main event. So as I open this up, you can see the 1080p camera here with some protective film over the top, so we'll take this off. Seems like a nice, smart, neat camera. There's something here that says open, so let's just have a look at that. This is where you put your SD card in. Now, these cameras come with 3 months free cloud membership for any security footage you take with the camera. But you can also have an SD card backup at 32 gigabytes. In fact, SD cards that slots into the bottom of the camera there. There's a reset button there as well. So what we'll do is we'll just pop that cover back on now. This works with a magnet. So there's a adhesive sticker, so theoretically you could attach this to wherever you wanted to attach it to, and then this is magnetic, so this camera simply slots on, and that there is it's actually quite a powerful magnet. So you could stick this to the wall inside your house. If you wanted to use this as a baby monitor, I guess that you could stick it to the side of the cot as well. The thing is that obviously it is powered. This isn't battery powered, so you do need to have a power source. You need to make sure that you locate the camera in close proximity to a plug. But I do like that. That's a really really nice little device. Pretty straightforward so far. So let's get this plugged in and configured on the software and see how we go from there. Okay, great. So we've got this camera plugged in now. Let's presume that this is where we want to install it. You have to remember this is a fixed position camera. This doesn't pan, it doesn't tilt, but it is magnetic. So you can position the camera where you want and then it'll be fixed in that position unless you want to alter it. Now I've got it plugged in. I'm not sure how clearly you're able to see that, but there is like a red flashing light on the camera. So I guess that means it's ready to be set up. So we'll go into the Arenti app. So the Arenti app, although it's for that manufacturer, it covers both laxihub and Arenti. And we're gonna add a new device. Okay, so we've got the Minicam set up. We're just going to go through the setup on the phone. We've got the app installed as well. So you can see there's a number of other cameras that we've got installed on the app as well that we've been trialing and testing as we've gone along. So in the app there is a little plus sign located in the top right of the screen. And if we click on that, we can then see a whole host of different types of cameras on this screen. So we need to find the Minicam, so you can see that camera is there. It says please power on the device. Yes, the power's on. Press next. Please reset the device. What we'll do is we'll just unplug the device, press the reset button and hold for 4 to 5 seconds. And then it makes a noise. You can see as well these annoying little notifications keep popping up on my screen to tell me when there's movement in front of the other cameras that we've already configured. We'll press next because we've heard the sound. Well, yeah, we're happy with that. And now what it's saying is it's going to show me a QR code on the screen, and this camera needs to read the QR code. And we're going to hold that up to the camera, and hopefully the camera, there we go. So notification tone heard, and it configures. This is saying sort of 89%. It seems to take a while to start up, but then what I have noticed is it does go much faster afterwards. And then I have the opportunity, once this is set up, to give it a name. We're going to call this the Minicam. So press the edit name, press done. It's asking me to update, but we're not going to do that just yet because we want to see how the camera works. Looking at the screen, what you'll notice is it appears in a landscape format. So if you rotate your phone, the screen automatically changes orientation as well. If you zoom in, you can see the resolution's not too bad. It does have night vision. It does have two-way audio as well. So if I press this unmute button here, I'm actually able to have a conversation with myself in this instance. This is set to a standard resolution, so let's change that to HD and just see what the difference is. Yeah, there's a little bit more clarity. I'm quite happy with the resolution on that screen. I think that looks okay. And obviously if I press the mic button, that would then give me the ability to talk to someone else, or if this was set up as like a baby monitor or something like that, I'd be able to comfort the child or infant. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward camera. It works well with the other cameras as well. You can see the other cameras that I have configured. I can simply press one button on the app, and then I have visibility of all my other cameras as well. So that's a really useful function in the software. And again, it gives me the ability to have a look at any history. So if there's been any movement in front of the camera or any alerts, I can then go through those as well using the little timeline on the bottom here. Obviously, I've only just configured this camera, so there isn't really much to go at the moment. But yeah, very easy to set up. Resolution's pretty good. Quite happy with what I've seen so far. So what we want to do now is we're going to have a look at a camera that costs £2 more and see whether it's worth it. We'll get that one out of the box. We'll go through the same setup process as we've just done with this Minicam, and then I'll let you be the judge of whether you think the additional £2 is worth it or not. But for the sake, a mere £23, I would argue that this Minicam presents really good value. Certainly not going to break the bank, but it does give you that comfort and that knowledge that if you're away from your home, you could be on holiday, or it could be that you have an infant that you need to keep an eye on. It gives you that knowledge and comfort that do so very easily, particularly with the two-way audio and the night vision as well. So that's, for me, I think this is, it's a no-brainer for a home security camera. If you wanted to jump in, you were a little bit apprehensive about what to buy, I would see no reason why not to buy that. I think this is a fantastic solution. So now we are going to have a look at the Indoor One camera. So this is the box for the Indoor One camera. This camera, it costs £2 extra, so the retail price is £24.92. And this camera it has 2K resolution. So we'll get this out of the box and see what we think in comparison to the mini camera. So let's see what we get. So this product is from Arenti. They offer a whole host of other home security solutions. The camera this is how it comes in the box. You have your instructions. So what do you have in the box? This little camera, the Indoor One, again has protective coating over the screen, so you know that obviously no one's opened or used this camera before. So we'll take that off just so that we can have a good idea about how the camera operates. It's a really nice, neat little camera actually. I do quite like it, and it has a manual pan on it, which actually I wasn't aware of. So this can tilt. This camera, you can actually see, has a micro SD card already installed, a 32GB micro SD card. So again, that just quite simply slots into the side of the camera as and when you want to use it. This camera, it pans, as you can see, but there is a sort of a manual tilt on it as well. So if you want to change the angle, it's pretty flexible. Seems like quite a straightforward camera, and it's 2K, and it's a small piece of kit, but it looks very, in terms of aesthetic, I'm quite impressed by what I see. So let's get this one plugged in and set up and see what we think in terms of the functionality. That's now plugged in, and as you can see, there's a red light. That red light's now started to flash, so we're ready to set it up. So using the Arenti app again, and then it goes through the setup process. So this is just takes I would say probably about 30 seconds to a minute for it to go through this configuration process, and then once that configuration process is set up, we'll be able to use the camera. Woo! Okay, fantastic. The camera has now configured, and it's taken us through to the screen where we can change the name. Initially, it just gives it a numeric reference, but obviously if you have several cameras and you want to know where each of them is around your house, then you want to give each one a relevant name, so whether it's the nursery or the kitchen or wherever. So what we'll do is we'll just give this the name of Indoor One, and you can see as well whilst I'm typing that there's notifications coming up from these cameras that they're sensing movement. So again, that just gives you a little bit of comfort. If you're on holiday or whatever, you will receive a notification in the event that there's any movement in front of one of the cameras. And there's two-way audio, so if it's an intruder, you can tell them to get out. Because I guess the real tester here is about resolution and the clarity of the image, which is clearly important if we're talking about cameras. So you can see what the actual camera looks like. I'm going to shine this on my ugly mug and hopefully not crack the screen. And what we can see is really good clarity. The quality of this image is fantastic, actually. 2K, we've zoomed right in there. That's fantastic. This also has two-way audio. It also has night vision. It also has notifications or sensors if there's movement in front of the camera. So again, if I just tap the screen and I just press the mic button, and then it will allow me to have two-way audio through the camera. Now, obviously the microphone and the speaker are next to each other. For those of you who don't understand audio, that creates a massive problem, and that's why we experience the feedback there. But theoretically, if this camera was located somewhere in your house and you connected to it, you're not going to have that issue at all. It should give you perfect clarity as well. So I'm actually really impressed with that. The other thing is, because these are Wi-Fi cameras, it's important to note that the strength of your Wi-Fi and your bandwidth will clearly have an influence on the resolution as well. So if you've got a really poor Wi-Fi connection, then you can notice a bit of a deterioration in the quality of the imagery as well. The Minicam is really good as well, but obviously doesn't have the same level of clarity. But if you consider that these both have night vision, both have motion activation and two-way audio, I think they're both great solutions. So price is £24.92 for the indoor one and £23 for the mini camera. If it was my money, I would certainly be going for the indoor one. So thanks very much for watching this video. As stated, if you have any questions whatsoever, please contact our customer service team using the telephone number or the email address detailed in this video. Please also remember to like and subscribe if the content of this video has been helpful to you, because your votes do count. Finally, if you would like to buy one of these cameras, we've added some links in the description for the video, so please just click on whichever link you're interested in. Hopefully that's been of use to you. Thank you very much for watching.